Hello everybody and welcome to a little evening here at the ant room where I've just been feeding all of the ant colonies, and I just want to show a little bit of how active some of the colonies are at the moment. And tonight I have been giving the colonies that need liquid. You can see here they have only one tube that's empty here at the Mesobarbers, but you can see a ton of action down here at the feeding site. You can see a lot of ants are out today, out working. I dropped one up here and they're also busy here. These are of course the antimatter towers right here. You can see because I'm blowing down with my speech that we have a lot of ants running back and forward, but it's not impressive. This colony has been big for a long time, and I mean they've only grown a little bit smaller over the past few months, half a year with me, so it's not the best over here. But looking here at the Novomesococcorelli, wow, a feeding response. Wow, they have so many workers out here feeding tonight. You can see I have given them some sugar right here, some sugar snaps. A little bit over there I ran out, so I couldn't give them too much. But just putting the camera in here, look how many workers we have. It's really insane how busy they are. They were fed around 15 minutes ago, so yeah, it's a really impressive response. Now a little extra thing to add here already now. The food is coming inside, and you can also see right here that we have we are getting replates in here, so maybe even getting a queen somewhere. I saw quite a massive cocoon, but we do have quite a few male repletes actually being spawned in this colony, which is really cool because, well, most of you know the Novomessa story. If not, go to the main channel, hear it. It's an insane story, and the reason the nest seems so empty is because they're all out here. The Caribera diversa, not an impressive result at all. We do have a little bit of movement from this roach. Normally they're actually quite a bit more aggressive, so don't know if they're a little bit scared, because normally they actually go quite a bit more crazy. But of course the Caribera are not in the best states. Made an update about them a few days ago. In here, I'm not going to open this because they can't come out. But what does that matter? Let's get the inside clue. These here are the Tetramorium bicarinatum, and you can see they are really all in on the sugar. So by the way I actually feed the colonies now is I feed them sugar once a week with protein, and then 2 times a week only protein. So protein, and sugar, protein, and sugar. That's how I'm feeding all of my ant colonies, every single one of them. But this is the Tetramorium bicarinatum. Over here we have the fire ants. Now you know the fire ants because I showed them not that long ago. But look at impressive. Look how impressive they respond, man. Wow, so impressive, man. They're coming out so quickly. Jeez, they're really going all in now. Of course, my room is heated, but you can also see I have a heating cable under. It's meant to be a little bit more here. Here we are to heat. But you can see the fire ants and really enjoy this heat by putting their pupae on the heat. The rest of the colony is not heated because I could see that they didn't like the bigger part of the heat, but they really enjoy it for the pupae, which also makes sense. So I'm just super impressed for how many is actually out here and enjoying a feast. The Nicos over here, it's funny, whenever I actually feed them, the tube gets all, or the outwall gets all misty because the wet cotton here, of course, gives, well, quite a bit of condensation. But you can't see we do have some beautiful red workers in here because they're eating some red sugar snaps from Anantix. And you can see right here we do have some red gasters all around the place. Now, for the Manica repeater queen, I for the first time actually saw, oh, hang on, there's a worker. It's the first time there's a worker. There's 2 workers out here. So, wow, that's a lovely sight. The Manicas are really coming to life here. 2 workers out and actually eating, drinking a little bit of sugar. And again, protein 3 times a week, sugar once a week. What about over here? Of course, this Manica also have workers now, but doesn't look like there's anything in here yet. Now the trap jaws, what I'm doing with the trap jaws now is pretty much just opening, see if I can find a soft mealworm and just putting it in there. and it has been taken care of. I unhook here right here and just push it in and boom, onto the next one. I really want to get a new nest so it's all clear so I can see inside, but hopefully that can happen quite soon. Over here at the Venator, you can see, if you didn't see the short the other day, I have expanded the setup. I'll do an update on in a few weeks once they start using this, perhaps. But yeah, they have received a new setup, and what's really interesting is they are far more dominant walking around in this tube. So this tube is theirs. This nest, there's one worker hanging out. You can see it's very moist. It's also with a heat cable under, so it's very moist. I didn't know how much to hydrate. It was completely dry. I gave it 3 top-ups, I think. A little bit too much, but you can see they have been out hunting a mealworm today and also a beetle, I think. So they are quite busy in here, feasting on different things. Now for the Harpegnathus venator, I'm actually just starting to just drop in a lot of animals, giving them whatever beetles I can. I mean, it's all mealworm beetles, but I'm just giving them a lot. So they have something to just hunt, because then these turn into beetles, start walking around, and the venators take them down. I'm trying to go away from crickets. That being said, I do have a cricket farm up here, which I'm trying to keep mite-free. And yeah, as you can see quite nicely right here, I'm feeding them these water balls, and you can see here that the crickets just go in and start biting off these water balls. These are gel balls, H2O balls. This is also what I'm feeding my roaches, by the way. And they also have some mealworm food, or not, some cricket food. I bought it at the store. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but it's quite cool to actually see them eating these water balls. So this is how I'm giving water to both my roaches and my crickets. Lastly, on the bottom shelf over here, we have the colony from Stein and Co., the Camponotus singularis. And these are always really cool because they, of course, have an open setup, and they're very often out here in the outworld responding to vibration and stuff like that. And you can see it's a really, really beautiful worker. Oh, they've lost a cricket, or it fell down, not a cricket, some roach bees. Now, they actually had a really huge worker come out here. Not a major, but it was just really, it may be this worker. There was just a worker that was a lot bigger than all of the others, which was really cool, because it's cool to see them evolve a little bit as they grow bigger and bigger. It may be this worker, I'm not entirely sure. But also some of the newborns have a way more red head, which I find quite interesting. These have a little bit of a dark red, but there's also some of the newborns. It's a little bit hard to see on camera, but they have a very bright red head. But they're also just being fed simply on the antimatter's feeder. Now for the bull ants, they have cricket, sugar, water, and the queen is just not coming out. Basically, the bull ant queen here, she's actually out, hanging around. And she's also been fed mealworms and sugar water. I haven't looked at her yet, really, so I don't know if she's actually gone in and taking it. And then we have the, see if I can open this carefully. I could. Nice. We have the Fetchingoi queen, who have got her first worker. So these are, of course, the packet, or some of the ants I got from Ant Antics. And I saw that the Fetchingoi, or Fetz, it's got its first worker, which I'm really excited about. Over here we have the singular, or the Caspitum queen, together with the host, or the parasitic queen. Sadly, they had 2 workers that both died, but I'm keeping the feeding schedule the usual. And finally, I just want to show the roach farm. You can see here the roach farm. You can see I've just fed them these 2 jelly pads, and wow, they are enjoying that. They're also being fed these H2O balls and some dry food. Normally, I'm giving them toothpaste food. Some food you mix up with water, and that's where they get their main water source. So that's why the gel ball looks so weird, because they actually eat the H2O balls look so weird, is because they get all of the water from the food. But now I'm trying this dry food I bought at the cricket store. But you can see they're really enjoying that jelly down there. So yeah, we can also show the leaf cutters. They're cutting leaves over here. All happy days. But yeah, I just really want to show how much the ant farm is actually coming alive here at night, or during these feeding days. I mean, especially the Nomesa coccarelli. They're impressive, so impressive. And compared to it's only like 15 minutes ago, or I mean now it's a little bit more, but Food is already inside the nest as well, multiple areas. So they just really, really work quick on doing these different things. The fire ant response is just insane. So many workers out here in the outworld. It's brilliant to follow. Manica out for the first time, trapjaws eating crickets. I just looked at the ant room today and it was just a really nice experience. So yeah, I mean, the Barbers, they've always been like this, but the other colonies haven't. And it's just really nice. Either way, that is for this little afternoon feeding schedule here. Feeding has been done, and I hope you enjoyed this little extra channel video. Bye!